Rod, I want you to respond to this here. This is Mallory McMorrow, who is a Michigan lawmaker, talking about the weaponization of justice from the DNC. Play cut 105.
Donald Trump would be able to weaponize the Department of Justice to go after his political opponents. He could even turn the FBI into his own personal police force. That is not how it works in America. That's how it works in dictatorships.
I mean, the lack of self-awareness, this is creepy stuff.
Yeah, that's talk about projection. But see, this is what they do. And this is not by accident. They're knowingly doing this. This is the liar saying that you're lying. And they are projecting onto their opponents, and they do this all the time to President Trump, their stuff. They accuse him of stuff that they do all the time. I got to tell you, Charlie, I've been around a lot of politicians, several presidents. I mean, Bill Clinton and George W. Bush, of course, Obama, who I've known since 1995. I was on a trip to Europe with Biden when he was a senator, and we went to the Balkans during the war in 1999, so I knew him a little bit. And I know President Trump a little bit. But all of them, he is the most real and the most authentic and the least political. And again, one of the reasons why they come after him like they do is because they don't know how to deal with somebody who's as real as he is, because they're so full of it. And they believe that their duplicity and their hypocrisy and just lying with a straight face when they know they're doing it, they don't think it's immoral or unethical. You know what they think it is, Charlie? They think these are just the tools of the trade. This is just how we play the game. Michael Jordan, can dribble well. He can take the ball to the hoop. He's got a great jump shot. He can jump high. Those are his skill set. With these politicians lying and being hypocrites and being duplicitous and being phonies, they revel in that. They think this is what makes them good at their business. And this is what this woman is. Although she looks a little bit on the crazy side, she actually might believe some of that crazy stuff she's saying, because she's listening to the other ones who have more power, who are convincing her. But it's frightening to see that. But I do think most Americans have common sense, and most Americans can see through it. What was it that Lincoln said? Charlie, we're both from Illinois. Lincoln said you can fool all the people some of the time and some of the people all of the time, but you can't fool all the people all of the time.
That's right.
And I'm putting my hope in Lincoln's words.
I love that. In closing here, Governor, you said that there are millions of Democrats that are wanting to vote for Trump. I totally agree. We're starting to see the consolidation. Voices like yours, RFK Jr. potentially that could get behind Trump, Tulsi Gabbard. If you were to advise President Trump for the growing Trumpocrat movement, what policies, what messaging can we maybe peel off a couple million more Trumpocrats into the MAGA movement, which could be decisive? Minute and a half remaining. What advice would you have, Governor?
Reach out to the Black community. Go into Detroit. Go into Philadelphia. Go into Pittsburgh. Go into Milwaukee. Go into Atlanta. Go into Phoenix and go into Las Vegas, and talk about how the Democrat Party, led by Joe Biden as a senator who wrote the bill, and Bill Clinton who signed it, the 1994 crime bill that over-sentenced first-time nonviolent drug offenders who disproportionately are Black to these long, long sentences that gave them no chance at a second chance. And it led to what a very liberal Black author named Michelle Alexander has called the new Jim Crow in America. And then contrast that with his record, the First Step Act, which was a sensible step towards bringing some sense of justice and mercy to a system that addressed those ills that Biden and Clinton and the Democrats did to the Black community. I would do that. I would talk about economic issues, and I would talk about how Kamala Harris supports defunding the police, because most Black voters don't want to defund the police. Right. They recognize they need more police because violent crime in the Black communities is dramatically higher than it is where white people live.
I completely agree. The Trumpocrat movement and the Democrat Party right now is shrinking, not growing. They might be getting louder, but they're not getting bigger.